why would you think or expect anybody else that's around you to? I done did things that I regret. I done said things I can't take back. Was a lost soul at a crossroad who had no hope, but I changed that. I spent years of my life holding on to things I never should have kept, full of hatred. Years of my life carrying a lot of baggage that I should have walked away from. Years of my life wishing I was someone different, looking for some validation. Years of my life trying to fill a void, pretending I was in them. They get it. Pain's a necessary evil, difficult to go through, yes, but beneficial. Someone say having a mental breakdown is a negative thing, which on one hand I agree, but on the other hand, it was the push I needed to get help and start the healing process. See, if I didn't ever hit my bottom, would I be the person that I am today? I don't believe so. I'm a prime example of what happens when you choose to not accept defeat and face your demons. Took me 30 years to realize that if you want to get the opportunity to be the greatest version of
好，欢迎所有球迷朋友们再度回到新庄体育馆。那外面呢下着雨呢，还有球迷朋友们都会陆陆续续的进场。那我是今天的主持人，球给彭尊的彭尊。
哟，大家好，我是你们今天的主持人，我的名字叫做汉地 Handley。当然呢，还有我们的灵魂人物 DJ 上。All right， 现场我们新庄城堡的所有球迷朋友们，给我们一点尖叫声
！Let's go, let's go, let's go！ 好，今天呢，我们再度呢对上的是福尔摩沙梦想家。那这一场呢，绝对是一场硬战。上一次呢，我们战到最后一刻，所以希望呢，今天所有的球迷呢，要拿出比平常更多的能量，来一起呢守下这一胜。
好的，那3月份呢是我们的皇家女王月，我们将以 Woman Empower 为主题。在3月呢，与各位一起感谢每一位国王背后辛苦的女王们。这个呢，周末我们一起与森宝联手推出了森宝女王主题周，不仅呢呈现我们女力的精神，也准备了丰富的和优惠的活动，邀请呢各位跟我们一起响应女王月的美好。
那今天呢，进场的朋友看到我们拍拍扇也不一样啦，也是我们森宝呢为了女王周特别做的粉红的拍拍扇。等一下也需要大家拿起来呢，一起加油打气。另外呢，进场的朋友还会有 Dentist 牙医选的旅行包，好不好？让你在出游的时候享用完美食之余呢，能够保持好的口气。那昨天、今天我们呢都会有一个明信片，里面呢，会有不一样的，可能是球员签名球衣或商品折价券，森宝的粉红小家电。那最棒的是，你还有机会可以抽到 VIP 的门票。
没错，所以大家记得要检查一下自己的小信封哦。我们这个信封是这个限量的。那如果有机会的话，帮我们打开来看一下有没有抽到东西。记得呢要到我们的森宝主题周摊位里面去做兑换。好的，那我们呢城堡周边活动呢，除了有 Area 02城堡夹鞋机、王道银行、Global Mall 环球购物中心之外呢，还有我们 Sample 闯关王系列的活动。那我们呢闯关集镇森宝空调模型香薰组。那数量有限，送完为止。那另外呢，完成闯关的朋友还有机会可以抽中 Sample 提供的大奖，微波炉1台。那我们欢迎进场的球迷朋友们多多利用空档时间去体验一下我们的城堡周边活动。
那同样呢，今天的禁卫军预测是第8个抢到第8个篮板的禁卫军。那最后呢，我们会公布抽奖的，会抽中的话会有环球 Online 的购物金3000元，所以在比赛前呢，现在都还有机会可以到我们预测摊位呢去做一个预测。
没错，投下你神圣的一票啊！那我们呢，在本周的中场游戏为森宝中场投篮大挑战，也就是我们的 Logo Shot。我们将邀请4位球迷朋友们来参加。昨天有一位球迷哦，他已经把这个65寸的电视一台给带回家了。
对，所以等一下呢，记得要踊跃伸出双手，因为每一次呢，我们 Logo 下都会有人投进。
没错没错，所以大家一定要把握机会，热烈的参与。那等等呢，也拿出你们最大的尖叫声，让我跟彭尊看到你们在哪里。好的，那在我们比赛开始之前，让我们用最大的暴动声，欢迎我们新北国王啦啦队 New Taipei Queens。All right, DJ Sun, drop the Queens.
Beat them like they style something. All this booty here, got 'em dreaming, let me howl something. Let me hear that boy. Let me hear that boy. Let me get the most expensive car and let me stare that boy. Real big pretty titty, shut down every city. If you want the kid, kitty, gotta get the kid for me. I knew everything, plus pay the rent for me. If we in the wilderness, niggas put your tent for me, get me body. Long hair, no makeup, doing Pilates. Those niggas don't stop on my dance and not all them pictures is my sons, but who's the daddy?
Hey, Rich. I don't know what y'all doing. I'm taking care of my people. Fuck the fame, fuck the club, fuck everything that comes with it. Die. Bitch.
I'ma break down, I'ma go down with a drum, I'ma shake down. Every single bomb with a gun, don't hate now. Bitch, I'm number one, have fun, I'ma play now. I'ma play now. I'ma break down, I'ma go down with a drum, I'ma shake down. Every single bomb with a gun, don't hate now. Bitch, I'm number one, have fun, I'ma play now. I'ma play now. I've been posted on the block, I've been shopping till I drop. Got my papers worth a rock. I don't hang with fucking ops. Yeah. Fuck it up and get turned, spin a fucking record. I've been feeling better, you just finna get worse. Going head first, shorty get in bed first. No effort, I take it to the next verse. Yeah, I'ma set her up like water. Bitch, I'm magic with my dad, no Harry Potter. Wanna apologize for taking on your daughter. Yeah, daughter. Stop, I don't lean, no drain, no walk. Think I'd rather go and smoke crack rock. You can see I'm the G on the block. Real talk, I'ma break down, I'ma go down with a drum, I'ma shake down. Every single bomb with a gun, don't hate now. Bitch, I'm number one, have fun, I'ma play now. I'ma play now.
好的，全场尖叫声给我们的女王们 New Taipei Queens，谢谢我们辛苦的女王们 ，Let's go。
周二赛事双方仅有1球之差，本场比赛将再度新北国王面对福尔摩沙梦想家，双方球员准备就绪。首先为各位介绍福尔摩沙梦想家，0号陈正杰，3号吴家俊，4号德文马布尔，7号林耀宗，21号简浩，26号李德威，28号卢冠良，30号吴松卫，88号周国成。接下来进场的是先发5人 ，Starting Five，5号麦卡洛，11号林俊吉，23号钱肯尼，24号希沃克，34号吉尔贝克，总教练皮尔曼，助理教练赖柏林、陈世念，董事长田磊，总经理韩俊凯。请所有球迷朋友们将目光一致，上方大荧幕。
多打到1号位了，吸收经验了。
现在是人头落后要付出代价，林书豪变挡加速，净赚加码。
将会受益于新北国王队。3号的书豪
下来进场的是新北国王，首先为各位介绍 Number 4禁卫军御膳大厨李威霆。Number 24关键大心脏小胖洪志善。Number 9全能后场指挥官新北飙风玫瑰李凯燕。Number 10禁卫军弓箭手微笑射手Chen简佑哲。Number 72观众就爱看小丽林立人。Number 3新北禁卫军陈俊南。Number 49禁卫军防守悍将阿仔翟正浩。Number 33城堡守护者 Christian Aniquin。Number 11新北皇家坦克王柏志。接下来为各位介绍新北国王先发5人 ，Starting 5 Number 1左右开弓，Joseph Lee 林书伟。Number 19皇家大锁棒哥林俊邦。Number 55空中冲锋部队 Kenny Marnico。Number 25禁卫军高炮塔 Austin Day。Finally Number 6禁卫军士官长新北的阿美族战士杨俊明。中将软马上助理教练马卡佩拉林振宇，球队经理洪志虎，球队助理洪成渊，心理咨询师 Clay Danner， 首席体能教练张崇熙，体能教练刘振宇，防务员邱博凯、吴崇豪，出击及影片分析师李维恩，总经理毛家安，执行长信生，董事长王文祥。那刚刚呢，在旁边一起欢迎我们球员出场的呢，是来自基督教芥菜总会的小朋友，欢迎你们来到新庄体育馆，一起欣赏我们精彩的球赛。
好的，接下来呢，我们要邀请我们在我们本周申报女王主题周的主角们，让我们邀请我们的 New Taipei Queens， 邀请我们的女王们一起来到我们的场中央，为我们新北国王加油应援。OK。好的，我们呢现在要准备为我们新北国王加油应援。首先呢，我们第一个要来练习的呢，就是我们的防守。All right， 我们防守一起来 ，Let's go！ 防守，防守，防守，防守，防守，防守，防守，防守，防守。OK， 接下来呢，第二个就是我们新北国进攻的时候，大家一起跟着节奏喊出新北国王。All right, DJ sound, let's go Kings。新北国王，新北国王，新北国王，新北国王。OK， 这就是我们。
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, seniors and youth. Happy Easter to those who celebrate out there. How about a rematch of Tuesday night? It's the Formosa Dreamers in town again against the new Taipei Kings. The Dreamers, in the meantime, have added a win to their record on Friday at home against the Steelers, while last night the Kings lost to the Braves. We'd be remiss not to talk about the headlines. After showing you the standings, where the Dreamers still up on top of the standings, but the Pilots have won this afternoon and are now only one game behind. The Kings, having fallen to third place, are now 3 games behind the Dreamers, followed up by the Lioneers, Braves, and Steelers. So the headline is last season's import of the year, and now 3-season participant, 3-season member Kings Byron Mullins has now been removed for the roster after storming out of the game, having thrown his jersey into the stands and driving off. On the Mandarin broadcast is Julian 林志龙 and Mark 田宏奎。球迷朋友们，你找到了英文转播，要听中文的讲评就按中文的转播连接。谢谢你的收看，记得我们的 Plus League 比赛都要按赞。So the Kings took their first loss after returning from Cebu on Tuesday against the Dreamers, but being that it was game 1, a game of number 1 against number 2, they were right there in the end, and they thought they could have a quick bounce back against the reeling Braves yesterday. So it's time to kind of look ahead, if we could, to the Kings' numbers with and without Byron Mullins this year, who was having to deal with plantar fasciitis or foot or heel pain. And so in the middle column is the games he played, averaging 103 points per game, did the Kings. On the other side, they do see their scoring down, as Byron Mullins is one of the more prolific scorers in the Plus League. And one interesting note, in the games he played, they scored 44.6 points per game in the paint versus 39.5 points per game in his absence. But I think a big part of that is his three-point shooting and how he can space the floor like that and make it a scoring opportunity for his teammates and the other import bigs. Well, speaking of the paint, we spoke to Derek Lidoe pregame about the Dreamers in first place in the standings and his last game against the Steelers, having made a three-pointer and playing 17 pretty solid minutes.
我觉得今年大家就是目标一致吧，然后教练把球队带的气氛带得很好，然后大家就变得很团结。我觉得这是团结就是最重要的吧。因为说真的，休息蛮久了，从第3场到现在，那自己目前脚状况大概7到8成，还没有到全好，那慢慢还在抓场上的节奏跟自己的感觉吧，对吧？那投进那颗对我来说还蛮重要的啦，就是本季第1颗嘛，那希望之后越来越好。
Lidoe saying that the Dreamers teams have goals have all been aligned. There's been a strong sense of togetherness. That's the most important thing. As for his individual opportunities. He said he's been off for a long time, still only playing about 70 to 80%. Hitting that big shot is definitely helping him feel better and better. Well, the Dreamers have felt pretty good here in Xingzhong Gymnasium every year, averaging more than 100 points per game, but they've also seen the New Taipei Kings at their own home court increase their points per game. That last note on the bottom, across season 3 and 4, 6 straight games where the Kings have scored in the hundreds. Now, do recall, the Dreamers so far on the season overall have a 4-win to 1-loss record against the Kings. On the other side, it was Coach Ryan Marchand who got the interview. Of course, he and James Mao had a separate press conference after the players. Usually it's all together, but to address the personnel change. But we want to know from Coach Marchand about how the team is looking ahead to taking on the rest of the season, including winning and losing margins, and what kind of aspirations and what kind of focus they will have for the rest of the season, rest of the regular season, heading into the playoffs.
A lot of it is personnel. You know, we've had different guys out. We've had certain players playing, you know, so it can be injury, it can be pace of play, it can be a number of different things. I feel at different points of the year we've had multiple different rosters playing. It hasn't really been a steady roster throughout the year. So for us, it's a mix of those things and making sure that we just play to a high standard, that we play together, we play fast. When we play a little bit slower, obviously the numbers can be down a little bit more, but you know, ultimately we need our guys healthy, we need guys on the court to play to our best of our abilities. I mean, the big thing for us is to go out and prove it with our passion, with the pride that we have, and that we play together. Obviously, it was dramatic what happened yesterday in the game. It wasn't fun. It was embarrassing for the team, for the organization, for the fans, for everybody there. So for us, obviously winning's the goal, but more importantly, we need to, you know, rebuild that trust back within ourselves, and hopefully that shows on the court. And you know, the team will, and our fans will have a little bit more pride in us and believe in us by showing that we play hard and we play together.
所以他说, oh wait, you guys don't need the Mandarin translation. Coach Marchand leading the Kings for the third season, the coach from their very inception, in fact, their head coach. And I do think there might be some interesting notes about the Kings. They are waiting on the return of Tony Mitchell from injury, so you could say they are on the short-handed side of things. Well, in the last 10 games, when they win, they score 116 points, give up almost 100, but when they lose, their scoring is down to about 85 points per game while still giving up close to 100 points. The field goal percentage takes a big dip, and the points in the paint also goes down quite a bit. And so, of course, you'd rather have a much bigger body like Byron Mullins, but I feel like it needs to be a collective effort, and of course, they're waiting on their health. We did get to see Warmups and number 17 Su Sixuan tag team quite often, and when he returns, perhaps we'll see Jeremy Lin play a lot more small and power forward on the defensive end, which actually in his parts of last 2 seasons between the Steelers and the Kings, he's really shown a great flexibility on the defensive end and being a great floor commander to help out, get everyone organized, and of course the fight down low for rebounding will be a big thing. For the 3 officials on the game, it will be from left to right, Ye Jinhong, Chen Caohong, and Wang Lichang. Onto the Dreamers lineup, a familiar starting lineup: Brandon Gilbeck, Randall Walco, Chris McCullough, number 11 Ling Zhiji, and Kenny Chen. And on the King side, a very different look. From numerical small to bigger numbers, Joseph Lin, number 6 Yang Jiming, number 19 Ling Jingbang is getting the start, along with Austin Day, who made his Plus League re-debut, I'm calling it, yesterday, and Kenny Manigault, who had yesterday off. Interesting note, Ling Jingbang has started 1 game for the Kings this year, but that was all the way back on November 26th at home versus the Steelers. Played 15 minutes, 15.5 minutes, no points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist in the victory. That lineup is Mullins, Jeremy Lin, Lee Kai at number 9, Lee Jingbang, and Christian Anigwe. And just like yesterday, today, Big Mike out on the center jump circle to represent his family business in Sempao, Sampo here in Taiwan, electronics manufacturer and distributor. And so with 3 imports who are active on game days, the Dreamers have Devin Marble coming off the bench, and credit to him, he's got similar productions. Big Mike with the very big toss right to a referee. Maybe he's got some practice. So Marble, 23 points per game and starts 19, almost 20 points per game off the bench, both about 28.5 minutes of rotation time. We might see him partway through the first quarter. Dreamers in white and the Kings in their black jerseys, but woman empowerment, so with the pink trim. Marshawn, I think, waiting for Coach Jamie Perlman to get on the floor. A wave of acknowledgement as Brandon Gilbeck will need to lace him up in the jump circle with Austin Day. He made his debut for 11 points, fouling out in the 4th quarter. Now we're just about ready to go. The tip is up and won by the Dreamers. They'll be attacking the basket on your left in the first half. Kings starting off with a 2-3 zone look. Now it's matching up as McCullough through the middle. Kenny on the run, leaves it short. Ball right back to him. Aji on the chance, and it's in. Lee Juji spoke of as an MVP candidate this season, now averaging 15 points per game on 44% shooting from the field. Those are quite high in our league. Day and Manigault trying to get on the same page as Kenny Chen guarding him one-on-one. Now with 3 seconds left, Joseph Lin taking a tough lefty shot, all net. Joseph Lin, 13 points per game in their matchup on Tuesday. Was able to score 19 points. Also had 7 assists. A little bit too much range on that one, as it's a chance for the Kings push. Lee Jingbang going around the world to an open Joseph Lin from deep, hits it. Again, showing off a 2-3 zone with Day in the middle, and Lee Jingbang often covering McCullough. Kenny Chen, top of the arc, he knocks it down. I'll put the Dreamers back up. Kenny Chen trying to find that 3-point stroke. Only averaging about 20% this year, as there's our first foul of the game. And look, previously, the Kings' first basket, that's the power of ambidextrous offensive ability shown off by Joseph. Lee Jingbang close, but no cigar on that runner. The veteran had to miss out on the Puyuan festivities over in Taoyuan. They're celebrating their team history, and a number of those old Puyuan guys were in attendance. They actually honored 5+1, a surprise guest, as on the other side, looks like Joseph Lin called for a foul. Very quick rotation as the Dreamers bring on Lu Guanliang. Kind of odd to see Kenny Chen make a 3, then get subbed out. But plenty of game left from the right corner. Rando Walko, easy. Now Rando Walko, lengthy wing. Also capable defender, but shooting almost 37% from 3 this year. Joe to a cutting. Ling Jingbang could not take it up and around. Looks like there might have been an out of bounds that was not called. A lot of bodies in the area. Dreamers basketball in the end. Walko hitting one. How about right 45? Yes, sir. So a little Dreamers three-point barrage as Ling Jingbang and Manigault get involved on a handoff ball screen action. Another look at that transition play. Randall Walko stepping into one. So driving kick as Manigault will float it over Gilbeck's outstretched arms. Now Ling Jingbang on Gilbeck as the zone kind of shifts around. Now Gilbeck rising above but missing the right hook. That's his best move on Friday. Gilbeck a modest 8 points, 9 rebounds, but plus 15. Third on the team. Backdoor, but swallowed up by a couple of would-be shot blockers, Chris McCullough and Brandon Gilbeck. Check your local scores keepers to see the stats on that one. Which of the two gentlemen will get that block? Can't share it. This is not a quarterback sack. Austin Day lining one up. He hits. As mentioned, Austin Day returning to the Kings. Last season left the team partway. This season joining the team partway as is that Achi with another 3. 5 for 7 are the Dreamers to start as Day putting on the dribble move, causing a foul. 15-10 for the Dreamers. Joseph. Jeremy's still absent. Joseph dribbling through, and looks like there will be a foul. It's Achi's second. I think that's Achi waving off his coach as Chen will join the fray at shooting guard. Kind of under the radar, kind of most improved player candidate. That's kind of the hottest race in terms of Plus League awards. Between him, Susuja, number 17. Kenny Manigault shows up the big man move. Joe to Ling Jingbang for a double tap in score. And an overpass. Not a good turnover as a couple of changes for the Dreamers. Marble and Doug Creighton will come in together. Creighton, another one of those old Puyern guys that, because he's got a game today, because he's busy, won't be in attendance. Mirror series looking at a basketball team with long history. Young Timmy with a big right-handed hook. Good to even get it around Gilbeck as he's trying to post up down low on the break. Marble, he'll line up a tray, hits it. So Devin Marble joining in the front. Things are not going to get easy for the Kings if they don't have the size, don't have the three-point defense, but how about a little offense right back? Ling Jingbang. The 38-year young veteran. Well, easy to say he's wet behind the ears. 2 for 8 coming in today from beyond the arc. Move one down, that one bounces in. Got some fireworks going amongst all this rain we've had here in the north. With all the weather department, it's going to be a swamp warning going on. Little double ball screen as Joe lines it up. That shot, beautiful! There's an opening on the other side, dancing off the rim. There's a deep shot by Lu Guanliao. Fast-paced game, 21-18. Joe putting on the moves. Now getting the assist from the screen, slipping in as Dave banks it in. So it looks like another one of those offensive outputs between these two teams. Looking at the numbers on the season, 93 points for the Kings against the Dreamers, 98 points, mainly on a couple games where the Kings were completely short on their personnel, including a couple games with Zhanghua. Gilbeck airballs that push shot, and a chance for the Kings to go up ahead. Ling Jinbang hitting one, can't make it two. A little second life as a turned over ball. It will be a turnover by the Dreamers. Both teams a chance to talk it over. A long stretch before our first television timeout here from Xinzhuang. Kings hosting the Dreamers.
尖叫声给我们的新北国王啦队 New Taipei Queens。只有1分的差距，让我们把谁球给收起来吧 ！Let's go！
If you're watching on YouTube, like it up for the 5th of 6 games this week in the Plus League. Only 3 occasions on the season will a single week of basketball here have 6 games. So when you see your neighborhood Plus League employees, do give them a little bit of encouragement. It's been a 1-point game in the early goings. Thank you for joining us if you're just joining in. The New Taipei Kings continue to celebrate the month of March. And now showing off the women empowerment jerseys. Now on the curl will miss the shot. A whistle, look out there. Marble falling on top of Gilbeck, but there was a whistle going on. Looks like both guys are all right after taking some inventory. Get another look at Manigal pushing right through Gilbeck's chest. Manigal, certainly pound for pound, one of the strongest players out there. Second team foul by the Kings. Does occasionally have a mean streak in him, like playing off ball against the screener. Now a little wrist space. Marble shoots it, and another one. Off the dribble, no less. Christian Igwe is fresh in the game. He played yesterday. Hand off to Manigal. Can't answer as good effort by Kyle to get a rebound. Joe fouled on the baseline. Look out. Let's see if it counts. The referees indicate it's on the floor. There was a dribble move he was putting on. Certainly a very high degree of difficulty. The calling official reporting to the table, then talking to the other officials. They have been rather mum about it. Getting a look at the hand check as Joe took 2 more steps. unfortunately, a very high skilled play, but the basket will be taken away or not given at all. Substitutions to bring Walco and Kenny in. So perhaps Devin Marble will be playing point guard. Nigue with a fade away, that's good. Griffin Nigue played 38 minutes yesterday, the highest of any King, as some swarming defense, leaving Kenny Chen open, hitting the punch. A little bit extra on that arc, but no. On the run, no, as Nigue couldn't put it in. How about Randall Walco on the ball screen, getting it back on top of the arc. He's pretty hot. One of the better shooters in the Plus League, having recovered from a season and a half off to a knee injury. He's been looking good. It's a long way to go as Yang Jimmy finally, he's on the board now with a deep 2 there. Kings keeping up. Gilbert trying to gain his standings again as Kenny blocked from behind by Joe and a foul underneath the basket. That time, Jimmy putting up a bigger argument on behalf of Inigue. You get a look for yourself. So the Kings, having played on Tuesday and yesterday, as McCullough bumped off the spot. That'll be another foul. There's some fatigue going. Dreamers here on Tuesday, back home on Friday, and here again on Sunday. So 3 games on the same week for both teams. Now, the Plus League week, I will remind you, starts and ends on Thursdays. That's to account Tuesdays and Wednesday games in the weekends. MVP vote, for example. Day, good stop, and it will be a travel call against Kenny. Like Day took a little bit the facial area, but he's all right to go. Squeezing his way around Marble as JJ stretching the game. That's a bucket. Neoto, only 5 points in yesterday's game as a whistle. We're going the other way. He had 7 points on Tuesday. Lidoe called for the illegal screen, getting a look. The fluid ball movement. In the game, running the point. He's also a former Puyern guy. JJ losing the dribble for a sec. Now a inverted pick and roll as Day from the deep corners. The Kings are up on top. And a Walco off the mark. Chance to extend the lead with 1.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. And deep shot big today. A quick fire 3. He's good. That makes it a 5-point Kings lead. Crossing over a player and another offensive foul. This one a little bit more incidental than an illegal screen, but Lidoe not exactly in control of his body or his opponents. Getting a look at that fluid ball movement by these Kings rotational players. Stoic heading to the bench with 2 fouls, so perhaps still some adjustment needed. Day screening for Venti, the back pass. Pella stays on the assignment as Tobo's fresh in the game, trying to defend Anigue, forcing a hook shot that was short. On the other side, Cayenne guarding Marble, big spin move. Took one on incidental contact. Kenny left wide open, still can't make it. It's his first shot, but been left open and missing since. Walko, Biggie do a double, ball getting away, it's Day. And a whistle eventually comes. This should mean free throws coming up. So a double whammy there. Rando Walko turning it over, then committing a foul for bonus free throws, and a triple whammy of demonstrating to our audience a naughty word. So number 25, Day at the line. Too strong with that first one. Really made his Kings debut. Oh, I had a mishap there. His debut in Cebu. That's where he cut his teeth again as a member of the Kings. Statistically, not anything crazy, as there were plenty of talent there, but really did a good job holding it down for the Kings. And the action he was able to get out there, considering $1 million prize was on the line, played more than admirably. A whistle by Lee Cayenne, and that'll be free throws for the Dreamers. Day is one of those imports that will also get very talkative. And you just saw it there. The 35-year-old from Irvine, California will also act as a coach out on the floor and in the locker room as well. So Devin Marble will step up for these free throws. He'll get the bounce. So again, we have a rather high-scoring affair in the early goings of this game, and we've seen that a lot. But in the only game the Kings won in this head-to-head, Jeremy Lin, 22 points in the second quarter, back on January 20th. But this time, Marble off. Day putting on the dribble moves, got a little crease over the shoulder hook. And that'll be it for the first quarter. 35-28, as kind of could expect the new Taipei Kings to have a rally around the flag effect after yesterday's affair. They have a lead against the #1 Dreamers. Let's see how they respond coming up in the second.
好，那打开你的拍拍扇，我们一起呢跟小金刚一起摇摆，可以哦，可以哦。哇，你的拍拍扇那个皱褶，刚刚有很认真在敲打哦。我们小朋友父子一起来看球，我们跟着我们森宝小金刚，好不好？打开你的拍拍扇，有了，我们看到你了。 左右摇摆，一起摇摆。 跟着我们森宝小金刚一起摇摆，可以哦。你们今天约会是来看球是？不错不错，躲不掉了，跟着我们的小金刚一起左右摇摆。Hello Hello。我们1楼的朋友跟着我们小金刚一起摇摆。你这个位置不错哦，好不好？等一下小心，我们等一下应该会有一些精彩的灌篮会在你们这边出现。跟着我们小金刚一起摇摆。
More love for Sampo, as we call him here in Taiwan, Sampo, the English pronunciation. So, interesting stat. One of those rare 0 2-point field goal made quarters by the Dreamers, but they also tie a league record 9 made threes in a quarter. Little ball pressure as Cayenne picked up the dribble. Venti now going at it, throwing it back to JJ filling the lane. He's at the free throw line. Yes! Ryota playing with confidence in this one. Great recognition to go higher there. Give your ball handler a passing lane. McCullough delivering the contact and then scoring as we are mopped by in front of us. We'll clean up the floor. He does. Day trying to help out his teammate, saying it should have been a charge. Venti got a step and laying it up with the left hand around Randall Walco's defense. Marble will let it fly as there's a rebounding foul going on. Christian Inigwe. Manigault in to guard McCullough as Walco fouled on the drive. That a little 24-on-24 crime. Venti fouling Walco. Marble through the contact, tough one, but could not get it to fall. Ball getting loose, and it will be a turnover. Up ahead, Chen, a little righty reverse. Austin Day putting his hand up in recognition, but numbers on the other side. Manigault, he's got a tough take. Gilboa now guarded by Manigault as a blocking foul. JJ a little bit too tight on Walco there. And very quickly, Kings now with 3 team fouls. Now up by 7, Kings going to defend. Cayenne switching as Randall Walco, he's got an open look over Venti. Looking up at the scoreboard in the building, Randall Walco leading the Dreamers with 12 points. Jay on the King side has 13 as Cayenne from deep 2, wow. A over former Yulong teammate, Zhou Boten, also known as Jerry. There's Lee Cayenne's 10 points per game, nearly 40% field goal shooting. Walker, he'll get to deep 2, hit, and it will be another Venti foul. Bad chasing closeout. Get another look at crashing into Walco. Just because you put your hands together doesn't mean it's not a foul. And so add one to the foul count. Dreamers have committed 0 so far in the quarter. There's Walco's line so far. 12 points, field goal shooting, and 3 rebounds. Substitution to bring in some size for the Kings. Tank in for JJ. With an extra screener, Manigault putting the moves on Gilbeck. Blocked at the rim though. Still 8 seconds left. Kenny trying to go with length. He squeezes into an angle. Not been easy, but the Kings have been managing all right. Now Aji batted out of bounds. Needed to be a little bit more under control on that one. So credit to Kenny Manigault for continuing to fight despite getting blocked by most prolific shot blocker in the Plus League. Just that one fig gave him enough. That night out of bounds. McCullough gave it up. Gilbeck now looking for a pass as Tank fouls. Trying to be a little bit too aggressive. Rightfully so, Day going to Tank saying, we get too many fouls, you got to be a little bit softer on that. They go in there on the turnaround, and again, I think Kenny Manigault would point out, it's not the arms, it's the belly. Gilbeck leaving that first one short. Still hanging in about mid-50s percentage-wise for Brandon Gilbeck on Friday. 2 of 4, and banking it in this time. We've seen a lot of players in the Plus League go to the Korean-style free throw. He was 3 of 4 on Tuesday here. Joseph Lin trying to find the dribble again. And now a Tank illegal screen. Referees have been quite tight about this call. Another look at Tank not exactly getting set. And the context clues, of course, not only the offensive player fouling, or the offensive player staying standing, it almost is often the screen will need to allow the defender to crash into the screener, and that's the direction will give way. Joseph Lin taps it back. And the shot clock reset, but Lee Kayan running up ahead to get the lay-in. Amanda Walco foul from behind. A good call by the referee, even though his back was to it. Perhaps he heard the slap. I think I heard it myself. Getting a look at Joseph Lin. I think he was just tapping it ahead. No, he was looking for a teammate. I figured he was doing that just to perhaps get a shot clock violation. The fouls continue to pile up. Jiming is back in the game. There you see, just because the camera angle, ominously right behind Walco, sinking the first free throw. The Walco line, 15 points already on the night. He started on Friday's game for 9 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Native of New Jersey as Joseph Lin A little too strong on that shot. Achi in some space on the switch though. Dreamers delivering to McCullough. Ball getting away though as Day dives on it. Good defense by the Kings. Dreamers really got to do a better job at recognizing the mismatches and I think importantly finding the space. The right angles of the pass, the right areas on the floor to attack. So I've been told, you'll notice the black band on the shoulders of the Dreamers jersey is in tribute to Kenny Chen's grandfather, who we learned has passed away recently. There's Kenny Chen looking for an angle over to Ryan, left open, he gives it a try. High rebound, won by the Dreamers. Brandon Gilbeck, just too much height, too much length, and add that to the McCullough length there. A tall task. Pretty agitated Kings bench calling a timeout and kind of going after the crew chief there. Their lead is down to 4 as they head to their timeout. Thanks to all of our 300,000 subscribers on YouTube. Free shipping at the Plus League store with every $1,000 order till April 7th. So I've been told some royalty in the house with the leather jacket is Jeff Hamilton, famous for the jackets. And I believe famous for some Lakers designed jackets, and so appropriately at a home stadium where the main theme colors are yellow. And over on the baseline near to us, other notable celebrities in tow. When we last left off, it was a Dreamers putback by Brandon Gilbeck, which led to the Kings timeout. A whistle as Wu Guanliang a little too sticky with the defense. Way out wide, but Joseph Lin, that one's in and out. It was a good ride as a quick show double team against McCullough. With Yang Jimmy right in front of him, rising, but only catching the iron. Quick deep for Yang Jimmy, who finger rolls it in. Been involved quite a bit in this last few sequences. Assist to Joseph Lin. McCullough, tough with it and laying it in. There's a whistle as it looks like again Wu Guanliang trying to stick with Yang Jimmy down court. defensive assignment the Dreamers are sticking with. You know, a little bit cross-matched up as Kenny Chen now on Yang Qingming. Joe, off-timing runner with the right hand. It will stay with the Kings after some bounces of different players. For a short corner to Joe, but choosing to pass it off from the top of there. Yang Qingming buries it. And just like that, Coach Perlman wants to talk it over at the Dreamer side of things. Getting a look at the last sequence where Yang Qingming has actually gotten the Kings back in it with some of those effort plays. First, the fast break, getting fouled. The fast break score. There's the three-pointer on the curl, and it also defended McCullough for a possession. Yang Qingming, since returning from his 15-game suspension before the season started, averaging 14 points per game on a true shooting percentage of 50%. To give you some context, the league average is 50%, so that includes the local players and import players. Both teams utilizing a team timeout here in the second quarter, trying to outmaneuver each other, as in the first quarter, the television timeout didn't come till about 5 minutes left. And by the rule is it's under 7 minutes. In the first quarter and third quarters, there will be an automatically called timeout on a dead ball by the scorer's table. So Devin Marble is in along with Zobota. He's not so much up on the Dreamers pressure-wise. On the switch, Marble sidesteps Day as the ball gets out of hand. And there's a whistle, though, as a very agitated Day, not happy with the late call. It will be a two free throw foul. Get another look at the contact there. But Day indicating that Marble's initiating the contact. I have to take a look at it from a different angle. Because from the backside, it definitely looks like Day is in Marble's space, in his cylinder. Another look will be a little bit better for us to see what Day is possibly talking about. 8 points on the evening for Marble, joining the Dreamers partway through this season. From Flint, Michigan, went to Iowa. Taking the place of Georgie B, who was really popular, and now a foul by Kenny trying to stop Joseph Lin from getting up court. He's out for Walko, immediately going to defend Kenny Manigault. Now teaming driving kick to Joe. Driving and kicking through a gaggle of defenders, but hanging on to possession. And Yang Qingming again curling left, so close. Amigo right there. There's a whistle. You have to earn it from the line, but a great effort play by Kenny Manigault there. The Kings right now frustrating the Dreamers defensively and on this effort play. That Randall Walco committed the foul, his second. Kenny Manigault, his second. Perfect. He came alive in the fourth quarter for the Kings in the Tuesday game. 12 of his 14 points in the fourth quarter. Give him a real good shot at the end. Now Walco driving, running into Tang, stop, hanging on to possession. Some time left as Wu Guanliang takes a tough fadeaway. And that's Kenny Manigault rising for the board. Numbers for the Kings. Jump pass, Yang Jiming. Manigault on the catch and shoot. Ooh, leaves it way short. Want to use a little bit too much legs to get that off that defensive rebound after the offensive rebound. Getting a look at the good defense by Tank there. All getting out. Is fair possession for Walco to dribble again. Good stop this time by Tank. Devin Marble can't get it through, and he foul on the follow-up by Gilbeck. That was a lightning quick attack by the Dreamers. And a look at Marble angling around Manigault and in some space. Thought there was some contact. It definitely didn't look natural, but the Dreamers will make it to the line anyways. Gilbeck once again trying to go straight on, but again, need a little bit more mustard. 7 rebounds already for Brandon Gilbeck. Doesn't quite make the adjustment as that one's in and out. 4.5 minutes to go. Yang Jiming on Wu Guanliang. How about Tank on the catch? He lets it fly. Manigault screened off, so Marble with some space, but throwing it out. Wu Guanliang couldn't handle the pass. A little bit too much spice. Jay Chen will take his place. Big ankle breaker by Joseph Lin. A little bit too long of a shot that time. And a whistle and an offensive foul as Kenny Manigault taking the hit. Kenny Manigault needing a second to recover. Get another look at this very high drag screen, and given that it wasn't very solid contact, I'm sure the Dreamers aren't super pleased about that one. He'll go to the bench to cool off as McCullough will take his place. Meanwhile, the Kings very small with Tank at center. Manigault kind of playing rover wherever he wants. Ling Jingbang and Yang Jiming in together. Manigault way off of Walko, but choosing to run some offense. Chen getting around Yang Jiming, but a travel, they say. Not the cleanest footwork. Putting on a good move, relatively speaking, against Yang Jiming, the footwork master, though of course his teammates don't agree. Floating it out to Manigault. 4 seconds left. Another tough shot off the glass. Quickly the other way. McCullough counters right back. Number 5, McCullough has 6 points on the game. He's got a runway. That one's good. A whistle and now some incredulous looks on the Kings' faces. It will result in free throws as Day is ready to come in. And look at the Joseph Flynn and Yang Jiming handoff play. On Yang Jiming, that's his first personal. Combo bounces in the first. 10 points on 2 of 6 shooting. 4 of 5 from the line thus far. There's another miss though. Pass a little bit too quick. They only had one hand available. McCullough, he'll knock it down from the left wing and closing the gap for the Dreamers to just 5 points. So far on the second quarter, 23 points for the Dreamers, trying to close the gap. So turnovers have been a problem once again. 6 in the first quarter, 5 in the second quarter. They have gotten to the line for 7 out of 12 free throw shooting. Meanwhile, on the Kings side, after shooting 14 for 25 in the first quarter, been a little bit more difficult in the second, 9 for 19. 2 free throw attempts for them in the frame. Kings have done a better job with turnovers so far, only with 5. And they've only been out-rebounded by a margin of 2 so far, according to our website. You can follow along too. PLeagueofficial.com/game/505. This particular one, this particular game code. So to illustrate the oddity of yesterday's post-game rundown, Yang Jiming and Kyle addressed the media in the post-game press conference, and in a secondary press conference, James Moe and Ryan Marchand conducted their own, and that's when they made the announcement that number 5 was no longer going to be registered with their team. Right out of the timeout, Yang Jiming blocking down Marble, and a whistle eventually comes.
把手犯规，进入加罚状态。
Free throws coming up for Yang Jimmy. In the second season especially, the most prolific free throw shooter per game. So far this season, about 80%. Despite his 39 years young, no, 40 now, 40 years young now, still enough legs to back down Marvel by a dribble or two. And now it's McCullough called for the illegal screen. Trying to battle it out with his defender. Another look at the two-handed push by McCullough. Looks like he and Day were tied up together. It's kind of becoming one of those games. A lot of physicality, a lot of very technical hand fighting. Dingbom's left open, about a 20-footer, no. Again, Marvel and McCullough screen and roll. Trying to take on two, and there will be a whistle, looks like. Yang Jimmy called. He and Joseph Lin were trying to enact a double team on McCullough there in an advantageous position. There you see ball getting away. So Tuesday game also kind of grounded down in the second half to a free throw matchup, and I do expect it here. Clean switch by McCullough at the line. Now up to 10 points on his evening. Good with a second as well. Chen will come on in for Doug Creighton. I didn't even realize he was in the ball game. So the Kings lead back down to 5. And off from the left corner, short. With the pace, Walker gives it a try. As McCullough goes down. Numbers for the Kings as Joseph Lin left wide open. He strokes it. Real back and forth game. And now a little bit of full court pressure by the Kings. Screen for Marble, ran into by Manigault, ball getting away. McCullough, look what I found, and one. Just caught in the wrong position. Lee Kai-in, looks like we'll pay for it with a foul. Pretty decent defense there until the ball just slipped to the wrong person for the Kings, right person for the Dreamers. Nicknamed Brisk. One free throw to bring the Dreamers again within 5. Joseph Lin going full court, ran out of time, though, flipping it up and in. Not gonna count, but sure got the crowd excited. They'll head to their locker rooms in a locked-in battle against the Dreamers once again. Take a break before we break things down from halftime here in Xinjiang.
申宝中场投篮大挑战，那也就是我们的 logo shot。那我们呢，总共计时的时间有88秒，4位加在一起不能超过88秒，只要有一位在88秒进的话，就是独有把我们的65寸电视给带回家。好的，那我们4位来进行猜拳的动作。好，来准备剪刀石头布。好，所以就是最后了。来，剪刀石头布。好，就会让你选出第一，剪刀石头布。好，第1、第2、第3、第4 ，OK 吗？好，我们跟4位朋友讲一下，我们呢可以助跑，可以助跑，可以助跑，但是呢不要超过中线，可以助跑，不超过中线 ，OK？ 昨天呢有人第1位，昨天第1位，他就是我们轮了1轮之后回来，他就把电视带走。想要电视吗？想是不是？来哦，准备。计时开始。哦，有点吓到我，好，我们来下一位，继续哦，把握时间哦，88秒之内哦。这个小听到我们也往前一点点。刚刚第1名是谁？你对不对？那我们站在这边好不好？在这边，好，这边旁边，然后我们的这边过来一点，来，我们帅哥往这边，好。好，我们在这边请到我们的申宝股份有限公司的陈策助理跟我们的许金涛全经理，我们呢一起好不好？看到前方的摄影师，恭喜呢我们这位朋友投了3球，就可以把我们的申宝65型 PLG 电视给带回家。好，我们的 OK 不错好，我们完美的时刻，感谢我们所有朋友。那我们呢也准备了3。
So it's halftime here, and once again another half-court shot for the festivities made, but this time much earlier, as the duo of Julian and Mark speaks to the Mandarin live stream audience over here on the English broadcast. You're talking to me, Ryan Chen. Happy to have you guys here. As we head into halftime, it was Kings 61, Dreamers 56. And the funny thing about the last time these two teams played, also a high-scoring first quarter, but in that particular game, the Dreamers really created a lot of distance in the second quarter, scoring 29 and defending the Kings to only 18 points. Well, over here in this one, they started the game off, the Kings did, with a 2-3 zone of all defensive formations, but that one quickly went away as the Dreamers were red hot from the outside, led by Randall Walco. It was a high-scoring three-point affair in the first quarter overall, but that turned into kind of a fight inside of a phone booth in the second quarter. Still plenty of scoring, but I think it's almost more up to the pace that both teams were playing. Now, the Kings are on the smaller side. Their current active roster's tallest player is between Christian Anigue at 206 centimeters, they're 6'9", and Austin Day at 211 centimeters, 6'11", but not nearly as strong as perhaps the other imports. There you see his good efforts, though. He also has the good smarts to hopefully help the Kings navigate this stretch of changing rosters once again that Coach Ryan Marchand was alluding to. The Kings have found a little bit more space with their drives and kicks, and of course have done better with taking care of the basketball when taking those drives, unlike the Dreamers, who ran into a little bit of a turnover bug in the first half. Now, part of that is because of how aggressive the Kings do play on ball. At times, they've caused more deflections, but they have also fouled the Dreamers quite a bit more to make it a big margin of difference in terms of the free throw shooting. It's time to look at the team combined statistics, where we have points, field goal shooting, three-point shooting, rebounds. Dreamers only up ahead against the Kings by 3. Kings have a few more assists, and the Dreamers have turned the ball over 12 times in the first half. And when it comes to free throw shooting, which is not there, Dreamers 11 for 17 at the line, though, leaving a few points out there. Meanwhile, the Kings 5 of 6. More analysis after this break with leading scorers coming up. We're back here with about 5 minutes to go to the start of the second half. And that means it's time to look at leading scores. We'll start with the Dreamers. Randall Walco, 15 points. Chris McCullough, 14. Devin Marble, 10. Aji with 6 points. And Brandon Gilbeck with 3 points so far on the contest. Meanwhile, on the King side of things, Austin Day with 13, tying with Joseph Lin's 13. Young Ji-Ming, he got the start and he's got 9 points. Kenny Manigal with 8. And before we go any further, we got to see this logo shot, not by that gentleman, by that man there, with the that ashy colored jeans in the middle. But in any case, ending the affair early for our contestants. Well, the Kings are not the team with the highest import scoring percentage, and perhaps that might bode well for them in the second half. More of that and more after this. New Plus League line of all black merchandise. Head to pleagueofficial.com/shop/black. The first half highlight package before we get started belongs to Joseph Lin with 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists so far on the game. He got started with a quick 5 points there with that tough 2, the jump shot, and has continued to play pretty well so far in the game, when he's especially in space. Really, that's been the real big key for the Kings, if they can really defend and play with a faster pace. Now, interesting, looking at the Kings split so far on the season, when they have their pace above 95.9 possessions, they are 6 wins and 2 losses, 109 points per game, giving up 96.5 points per game. And in that, they get about 18 fast break points per game and 50 points in the paint. And I bring that up because fast breaks include layups, and layups are counted as points in the pace. Their assist-to-turnover ratio at 1.45, 25 assists to 17 turnovers. So that would bode well for them if they can push the pace. Now, interestingly enough, their slow pace game also results in a good win-loss margin. The caveat being their 7 slowest games for them came against the Steelers of those victories. 6 wins, 1 losses, giving up 88 points, scoring 95 points, and that pace average is about 85.8. Over on the Dreamer side, as mentioned, 3 players so far scoring in double digits. Achi, Kenny, and Ryan with 3-pointers made as well. Kings will start off with the basketball. And it looks like it's the same starting lineup for both teams. Now Jimmy off the curl, hesitating, now getting into the painted area. Ling Jingbang, the day in the right corner. He lets it go, but it's short. She kind of looked like a brick there, hitting the bottom side of the rim. Achi and McCullough on the ball screen. Fake once, fake twice, into a spinning 3-pointer. Now it's Day on the post up. Trying to get it back. Turnaround is up, and no. How about Gilbeck on the turning hook shot? Not much the Kings can do on that one. Joseph Lin with space, as we're talking about, that time off of the ball screen. McCullough cutting, only has Joseph in front of him and leading into a missed shot. Yang Jimmy in the corner, a quick double team is missed again. That time the Dreamers catch a break. They're looking for Gilbeck again. Ling Jingbang nearby to help. Ball poked away. It's going to stay with the Dreamers. 7 seconds left on the clock. The two teams combined for 19 of 41 3-point shooting. Way above average, as referees will clear some of the contact. Now they're ready to go. Screening from McCullough. He's in the corner with Ling Jingbang. Closing the gap, stumbling to a pass as Kenny into the painted area, dangerous. Ball falls to the Kings, nobody's checking Joseph. 2 steps on the layup, a nice mighty finish. Definitely was a little worried for him with Brandon Gilbeck chasing behind. Randall Walko maneuvering over to help as a whistle, a jump ball is called. Brandon Gilbeck tried a power dribble, but Day got his paws on it. Get another look at nobody stopping Joseph Lin, letting him dribble into the painted area for that layup attempt. Good skills to get it off. McCullough faking left, going right. That one gets away. Manigault might have caused that deflection. Now it's Yang Jimmy's turn. He goes baseline, and the whistle comes on Kenny Chen. I'm sure the Dreamers saying it came on the later side. Definitely a kind of on Kenny's side here. Looks like he had stood his ground, whereas Yang Jiming initiated the contact. But in any case, free throws coming up. Quick fire by Yang Jiming. Looking up at the scoreboard, he's now got 10 points. Yesterday's game, only 8 points on 3 of 15 shooting. 11 of those were 3-pointers. Now the Braves team featuring Zysef, Johnson, and one of the newer imports in Chris Ebay, a center. So Braves really locking down in the paint defensively. Ball getting away, but Walko getting a runner off, too strong. A couple of Dreamers can't secure the board. Now it's a foot race up ahead. Jimmy into the paint, kicking out today. Another try from the right corner, and again, did not make the adjustment, leaving it a little bit shy of the target. Haven't said Aji's in a while. He has these to a shot. Now it's Joseph Lin trying to get a spot with the right hand. No. The whistle for Ling Jingbang crashing in. Had a rather long stint here in the third quarter. He started the game for the Kings. And played 7 minutes in the first quarter, 4 minutes in the second quarter, that is. Aji over to McCullough. He's got a catch and shoot look. And Aji, advantageous position. Calmly with the bank shot. Not letting the Kings get too far in the scoreboard. Kenny maneuvering to the other side as a foul is called. Pretty good job anticipating Kenny Manigault going left, but the whistle was blown. Get another look at Aji. Just outworking the defense there, and maybe a little lucky with the rebound. It all counts. Substitution to get Lu Guanyang in. He's guarding Manigault. Ball getting away. Walker will run up ahead. One man to beat. Getting the angle. He's fouled. Definitely some frustrations on both sides, whether it's the fouls, whether it's the execution, and perhaps most frustrating is the fundamentals. There you see Young Jimmy putting on a move right in front of Walko, and the goods were taken away. And Walko, a pure sound with that free throw. Right now, his 16 points, leading the Dreamers 17 now. Hedge for the Dreamers on the Joseph Lin pick and roll. Now Yang Jimmy trying to find an angle baseline. Some space. McCullough in the painted area. Whistle, count it. Austin Day down there. Chasing after the referee, trying to plead his case. Get a look at not great spacing, and Day definitely put a hand on the shoulder, trying to claim it was a foul on the floor. Third personal. He'll stay in there as Christian Anigwe takes Kenny Manigault's spot. And McCullough trying to tie up his teammate for the lead in individual scoring. In and out as Gilbeck got some hands on it, but Kings with the ball now. Joseph Lin sidestepping, just off. And Walko didn't really get a true stroke there as Lu Guanyang on an offensive board and a beautiful floater on the baseline. Three-point shooting so far in the quarter. Day mismatch on Aji. Spinning, faking to an open Anigwe. How about a corner three? Yes, sir. Just as our TV partners put it up, Christian Anigwe fixing that stat. I don't know if it's completely fixed, but now it's not a goose egg. 5 points on Anigwe's night. Aji on the quick downhill handoff over to Gilbeck. putting it up. Achi, another offensive putback. Rejected. Out to center corner, Kyle had an angle. I'm gonna run some offense with Day, a holding foul. McCullough and Day tied up together. Looks like the players on the floor are showing some fatigue. They'll be heading to their benches for the first time out of the second half. Just like that, tied up at 68 apiece. You're watching the Plus League. Don't go anywhere.
好，有需要小礼物的朋友们，发出一点声音，让我们的汉弟知道你们在哪里，好不好？他今天手感不错，他大放送，大放送，全部送完。
好的，可以打开我们的这个彩蛋里面，我们呢里面有我们的环球购物中心所提供的会员 online 购物金。那与我们的环球购物中心一起支持我们的禁卫军，跟我们一起荣耀新北市 We got a Corner City。
Tied up at 68, another tight game between the Dreamers and Kings, though it was a seesaw battle as I described, with a difference of quarter scoring quite dramatic. Dreamers climbing back the ladder in this one with a 12-7 start here in the second half. Out on the floor for the Kings, Kyle, Joe, Yang Jiming, Anigwe, and Manigal. Again, a smaller lineup, but the Dreamers will be going, to borrow another football term, base personnel. Gilbeck at center, McCullough power forward, Walko, and Ryan Lukwanyang the wings. Here you see Jeremy. A few more games from his possible return from suspension. The unsanctioned treatment for his plantar fasciitis. Manigal trying to squeeze, putting it up for a miss. Anigwe bouncing it up for a miss as the fight for the rebound will be won by the Kings. I've seen a lot of those, like, those these kind of like underhanded kind of tip-in attempts. Now in close proximity with Joseph Lynn on the block, some weird spacing, backdoor, Kyle to Joe, not clean catch, going baseline, putting it up. Achi's a little bit of a slip, giving it back to McCullough, and a foul from behind. Kind of unfortunate position, but Brandon Gilbeck pays for it with a foul. Another look at the defense. Andy Manigal sticking with it. Passing it back, Anigwe saving it from going out of bounds. Hopefully he's all right around us. Heading back on D, but a 5-on-4 for the Dreamers. Ryan over to McCullough. Nobody hitting Gilbeck with Yang Jimin guarding. Now Briss coming in with a easy finger roll. So they get the 2 points with a numbers advantage eventually. A swish on the outside. Yang Jimin with 2. Equaling things up again. Can't fight through that contact there. Good catch by our camera assistant there. Quick baseline, Kenny Manigault scores. Add 1 assist to Joseph Lin, the inbounder. Aji thought about it, but to an open Wu Guanliang, that one's no good. How about on the second effort? Gilbeck screening for Aji. Driving kick, a lane. Nova, Brandon Gilbeck timed it up perfectly. Too careless with that catch. Yang Jimin lets it go out of bounds. Another look. McCullough taking advantage of the lane, but unable to finish. Good thing he had a teammate to clean up the mess. 15 turnovers so far for the Dreamers. Kings just committed their 8th. Doug, Marble, and Chen Jay Chen is in the game. He's got Jay Chen 2 points on 1 of 1 shooting. Taking the pass, now taking the shot. That rims out. Dreamers have been in man defense almost the whole time. Now they have a speed mismatch as Joseph Lin throws it into the backcourt. Starting a drive, nobody staying at that wing position. Venti and JJ will come in for Joe and Yang Jingming. Marble trying to put the moves on JJ, going left, pivoting, putting it up for a miss, and a whistle on the rebound. They did the defense, but couldn't get the ball back. I think it's going to be Christian Anigwe there battling with Gilbeck. Give another look at Gilbeck occupying the space, then that wrap. Maybe unlucky, but in the end, Anigwe with a forced personal. But Devin Marble getting back in the scoring flow of things. .13 points on his game. Ikayan with good timing, but unable to get the score. This time it's the Dreamers getting a stop, but not getting the basketball back. See, I think Walko might have got the block from behind. The other time it was the Warmups. Anigwe from center, no. Trying to pull the chair out. No call by the ref, but maybe a flop warning coming up. Danigal trying to chase Marble, call for the foul with a reach around. 3 free throws coming up for the Dreamers. Another look, left hand and right hand making some contact. But credit to Manigault for calming down there. He just paid for his 4th personal now. That will mean Austin Day will check back in the game. He has 3 personal, but 1 less foul and fresh legs. Did not look comfortable there with his first free throw. He's got 1 more coming up. 2 boards and 3 assists in addition to his 13 points. Now the crowd getting into it. Going to distract the 31-year-old at the line. Finally, Gilbeck will get some rest here in the second half. Benji getting the basketball. Quick handoff to Cayenne as Day screens. In the mid-range there, Lee Cayenne missing that jumper. The Dreamers now trying to play with space. Looking for McCullough, but Manigault playing Roper now off of a shooter Doug, but a foul. It's Day that didn't keep up with, I think it was Marble there who started to drive. Now all Kings import players with 4 fouls. This time Marble good with the first. Over at the Dreamers bench, Coach Perlman called over Doug Creighton and Chris McCullough for a quick word. A couple of free throws in means the Dreamers now open up to a 6-point lead, having been down most of the first half. Cross screen for JJ, he'll let it go. Devin Marble and Chris McCullough screen. Now Walko get inside. That one's halfway down but out. Minute left. Let's see if the Kings can close the margin. Day, I think, looking for a slip, choosing to shoot it. What a quick turnover. JJ faking once and putting it up for a nice score with a backcourt turnover by the Dreamers. Aji on the run to a backpedaling Doug Creighton. He knocks it down. Our TV people put up another 3-point graphic, but Doug Creighton getting us back on track perhaps. Less than a couple of possessions left as a blind pass by Aji will result in a 2-handed McCullough slam. And now both teams with a breakaway score. As 8 seconds left, the Kings will spread out wide. Manigault slipping with it. Ball getting away, time expires. Hopefully everyone's all right. So that's the first 3 quarters in the books. Dreamers 83, Kings 74. We have 12 minutes to settle this one in Xinzhuang.
等一下，一起做动作。Hello， 上面的美女还有我们的帅哥，跟我们的神宝小金刚一起左右摇摆。Hello， 没错，跟我们的神宝小金刚一起做。哎呦，右边的帅哥很像哦，可以。 好，跟我们的神宝小金刚一起做。好，这个强壮的动作是吗 ？OK。Hello， 欢迎来到我们的新装神宝。还有2位跟着我们的神宝小金刚一起做好吗？好，我们的小金刚左右手往上伸直，跟我们一起为新美国加油应援。没错，欢迎来到我们的新装城堡。Hello， 书豪叔叔，我看一下，没看到，没关系哦。欢迎来到我们的新装城堡。没错，就是你，来跟我们的大荧幕挥挥手，一起跟小金刚一起做。Hello， 美女，还有我们的帅哥跟我们的小金刚一起做好吗？一起比个耶 ，OK。
Plus League 球迷 ，Oh My Basketball 是我本人在 IE Bar 学英文吧，教你篮球的英文术语，欢迎大家点资讯栏的链接一起学习。So initially down, but a 27-13 quarter by the Dreamers have now put them up. They're right now occupying the first place in the Plus League standings. 1 game ahead of the Pilots. Kings, meanwhile, have fallen to 3 games behind the top spot. A lot of season left. Day backing down Devin Marble into a turnaround jumper. That one's off. Trying to contend that there was contact, and now it looks like they'll correct it to Kings basketball. So maybe no foul for the Dreamers, but possession for the Kings. McCullough immediately coming up and saying, and indeed, I don't think the referees will be they'll be confirming this call, I think. Not the worst result in the world for both teams. Cayenne, big skip past the Venti from 25 feet. That one's in and out, and a rebounding foul by Day. Just pushed him a little bit too hard as Doug Creighton made a little bit of a show out of that toss afterwards. Another look at the push. His 5th personal, got to look out for that. He jump pass to McCullough. He'll try a step back. Yes. Little handoff to Lee Cayenne. That straightens the net, but it's no good once again. Now Lee Jujin will give it a try. That one's bottomed. And a good run by the Dreamers trying to put things away. Kings calling the early timeout here in the 4th. So as they talk it over, we'll take our last break of regulation.
New Taipei Queens。
Back-to-back weeks of Tuesday night basketball. It's the Season's 2 finals rematch between the Braves, who will be the home team, hosting the Lioneers at 7 p.m. this upcoming Tuesday night. Look at the crowd on the courtside seats opposite of the Dreamers bench. Including the ceremonial first tip Big Mike. A little bit further to the left, Mr. Lin, father of Joseph and Jeremy, recent book publisher. Quick corner down screen as Inigue stopped by a couple, but a foul was called. First foul by the Dreamers. McCullough putting his hand up, and it was indeed him. Another Manigault look, but it's Joe who pops free. Now working with Inigue on the pick and roll. Lee Kayan trying, but no, Inigue pushed off the spot. Couldn't hit the putback, and I think it's McCullough with another personal. His 4th. Another look at that extra shove, a little bit too much, says the referee. And Briss will be out for Brandon Gilbeck. Christian Inigue, keep on saying it, but it's always amazing. Rookie import player from University of California, Davis. Only a 58% free throw shooter on the season. Still some season left to work on that. Making 1 of 2. Jimmy. Still checking in the game for Venti. One of the Kings' best lineups out there now. We got a zone look going. Gage from 10, going around the free throw area as the long rebound goes Gilbeck's way. Shot fake, flipping into an alley, but Gilbeck not ready. Patient with it, he puts it down. Quickly not to be outdone. An alley attempt is stopped by the Dreamers. Quick kick out. Doug Green points it. Joe to Inigue in good positioning, faking, pumping to a fadeaway, almost. Couple of good looks for the Kings, decent looks at least. Now they're back on the defensive end. Basically zoned up as Devin Marble flushes it from the top. This one's starting to run away from the Kings. Batted from behind, Devin Marble, coast to coast, yes sir. A two-handed dunk, almost signaling the end of this one early. Less than 9 minutes to go, another timeout called. Certainly the fatigue and part of it is the Dreamers' defensive intensity out on that end of the floor. So in just about a minute of play, the Dreamers add 7 more to their lead. A 12-1 run so far in the fourth. There's unfortunately some games in the Plus League calendar where we have 20-plus point blowouts. Most recently, it was the matchups yesterday. Lioneers falling to the Pilots. Kings lose by a big margin to the Braves. We'll get another look at a couple of scores recently by Devin Marble, flashing a smile, then just in the right spot, poking from behind and going all the way. Devin Marble, his name here is Dewo Mabor with 21 points. Still behind McCullough's 22 for team lead as Randall Walco chasing Yang Jimmy, kind of incidental contact.
Okay, okay.
13 foul for the Dreamers. Jibang is in the game as Jay Chen, too physical, Joseph Lin. Can't be for physical's sake. So again, baseline out of bounds. This time it's Day and Joe. How about to a corner shooting? Yang Jimmy, that one's butter. So if they're thinking about a big comeback, that's a good start. Yang Jimmy with now 15 points. Silbeck looking for an outlet. Jay getting it back. Good help defense by the Kings and a swipe of the hand. That's it for Austin Day. I want to take another look at that one. It was the crew chief calling on the play. Another look. Elbows first and then call from the baseline. Gotta look for another referee there. Gotta bring Christian Inigwe back on. Want to double check the 2 or 3 point nature of that last shot, so a little bit of a stoppage. You can say a break for Coach Marchand, at least address his guys now with a man short. Despite playing on a back-to-back, the Kings rotation a little bit more limited up to this point. On our website, Joseph Lin, almost 30 minutes. Yang Jimmy, 28. So is Day. Kenny Manigault, 33 minutes. Another look. It's confirmed to be a 2 by the video replay. And the number 11 official goes by Richard. He was right on top of it. So where were we? Brandon Gilbeck at the line. That one's halfway down but out. In his 3rd year in the Plus League. Gilbeck out of Western Illinois. Good adjustment for the second. There's a free throw. Makes and attempts left to right for the two teams respectively. Yang Jiming trying to get Randall Walco and maybe a little bit too tight on the defense. 4 personal by Walco. Yang Jiming, in the first year of the Plus League, was a member of the Dreamers, so he was teammates with Rando Walko, and there you see the hand on the chest. It's kind of like an activation for the offensive player, if they have the wherewithal to try to attempt a shot like that. Yang Jiming with 16 points, 5 rebounds. That leads all King scorers. Second one no good though. Ling Qingbang now in charge of guarding Marble. Getting the 5-second count on the switch, and it will stay with the Dreamers. A little Puyan on Puyan crime there. Marble will try the post up, pump fake, and a tough shot, got it anyways. There's a high skill play, and the lead is back to 20. Joseph Flynn, early floater and a whistle. Crashed into by Brandon Gilbeck, I'd assume. Definitely can understand Gilbeck wanted being aggressive, but Joseph Lin will get those floaters off almost any time, and that time he chose early. As you see, Ling Qingbang as tight of a defensive play as you can have. First one falling for Joseph Flynn. Yesterday held to just 5 points on 4 shot attempts. And for as recently as well as he played, incredibly only 1 assist. A triple team on Rando Walko, but that leaves the back open. A miss on the pass. And Marble trying to oop it up for Brandon Gilbeck. Yang Jiming down to Nigwe. He's got the 2-handed slam. Timeout Dreamers as 7 minutes left to go. The Kings found a little spark. Definitely didn't think it would be advantageous for Yang Jiming to drive at Brandon Gilbeck, but Christian Nigwe dutifully running the lane. The score is good, and for the first time in the second half, Coach Perlman forced into a timeout taken. So still up by a sizable margin, but the Dreamers on this season have already recorded a historical comeback loss on the season. So Coach Perlman maybe thinking back to that game, thinking back to other historical Dreamers games where they've given up big leads, want to cue in on their mistakes, make sure they get those corrected before the end of the game. Again, pressure in the backcourt as Chen fakes the pass, now brings it up court. He's got Walko in the corner. Looks like the Dreamers will engage in a little bit of a burn clock half-court offense. Early hold by Ling Qingbang, Brandon Gilbeck. The intended target, only the 3rd team foul. Kings running a very traditional full court double team trap. Trying to double team that first catcher out of the inbounds, and then everybody play catch up in the back end. Anji on the baseline. Co's got the height advantage, rises and fires above. Lee Cayenne, that's no good, but Gilbeck another chance. How about Randall Walker for three? Yes! Getting it to go. Randall Walco now a 20-point scorer on the game. Move to Anigue, hanging on the rim for safety, but Gilbeck's going to get the credit for the steal. Over to Chris McCullough. He'll rise up and slam it down. Perhaps too fatigued from that full court trap. Coach Marchand taking the last team timeout here in the regulation time.
On the right, flip it back. Let this player for Joe go down, step, hit the wiper action for Joe, and then flip out of it. Okay? Play fast out of it. You gotta play fast. Dribble, wide, rock in. Play quick, drag. Stay aggressive.
Recently, Taipei became the first Plus League player to reach 500 assists, and falling behind, actually two players in this game, Joseph Lin, 484, Ling Zhiji, 452. Really pretty incredible stat about Taipei is he's only played for 3 seasons. Joseph Lin and Aji, members of the inaugural Plus League rosters. Joe trying to beat Chen with physicality, then do a skilled turnaround fadeaway. Bingo. Back to McCullough, over to Chen, who initially fed it to him. Trying to get it back, leaving it way short as there's a rebounding foul. Gilbeck too physical with Anigue. That'll result in free throws. Brandon Gilbeck's 5th foul. Making a pair is Anigue. More double teaming the ball handler as numbers for the Dreamers, but again, running clock. Chen in some trouble. Out to Walco, he's driving. Gilbeck screening for, and 2 bounces and out. Fight for the rebound, eventually won by Kenny Manigal. He's now a double-digit rebounder on the game. Most by any member of the Kings. Now the Lee Cayenne from the corner, nice and soft. Noah still a prayer, 5 minutes to go. A 1-2-1-1 trap as dangerous pass. Cayenne with a steal. 1 man to go, he's got it. Timeout Dreamers as Lee Cayenne slowly barely crawling up, had a little contact with the equipment around the arena. Probably be ready to go after getting taped up, but the Dreamers now in a panic. Not super difficult to break a 1-2-1-1 trap. And yet here we are, one full timeout left for the Dreamers. So previously, there's a three-pointer made, and then it was immediately some pressure. There you see, not a strong enough pass. Achi also not exactly in the most ideal spot, partly running up ahead. You almost want to look more down court because defensively, they're going to be trying to trap three players guarding the inbounder and the first receiver. And if you have three guys up ahead, that's three offensive players to two defenders who've got to cover a lot of ground. Especially when you have the likes of Chris McCullough or Brandon Gilbeck, very big targets. You can even include Randall Walco in that. Enough size to present big targets for catch radius. Understandably, the smaller Dreamers guards might not have enough height themselves to look over the pressure in the front. So right now, the margin is 12. The way that the Kings defenders are firing up, not impossible. Quick double of McCullough. Didn't get the initial pass, now in some trouble. A collision on the floor. Kenny Manigault, Kenny Chen. Hopefully they're both all right. Just need a breather. You know, guys, there's no sun out there. It's not a sunbathing session. Thankfully, both of them are all right. As you see, Kenny was kind of blind to that dog pile by Kenny Manigault. Thanks to Kenny's wife, Asha, I've learned that it was the grandmother of Kenny Chen that they're commemorating. Abo rises and fires, had a good look, but a rebounding foul. McCullough in the neighborhood. Let's see who it's on. Another look at Joseph Lin in there and just catches Chris McCullough on the shoulder. Certainly frustrating, but definitely hampering a guy that would be in the neighborhood, flipping it wildly. Another crazy crash as it's a backcourt violation. Good call by the referee. Randall Walco nods his head, taking that turnover. Better than a live ball turnover. Oh, some nervy moments for the Dreamer side, but if you're the Kings, you really want to get back in the win column. Quick double of Joseph Lin. Yang Jiming on the curl, squeezing ahead. One pump fake, two pump fake, 3, 4. 2 seconds left. Joe fires away. Almost a play, but Enigue, not a rebounding per se, but a foul on the rebound. Another chance for the Kings. We have a long way to go to the end of this one. Now time for the Kings to prove it at the line. Enigue, the first one drops. He's got 11 points. Number 3 missing with that one. Kenny Manigault, look what I found. 2 points for the Kings. Marvel on the ball screen as McCullough drops in a dagger from the top. I would say say the way the Kings are playing, still plenty of time left to make a move. Manigault fakes left, goes right, flipping it up and getting the roll. For a quick response by number 55. Got a lot of plays in the play-by-play score sheet for the last game's finish. And 5 minutes to go. Please have mercy on my typing fingers. Kenny Chen left alone. He'll give it a try. Overshooting everything right to the hands of McCullough. Stopped up the rim as Manigault's got it. He's got numbers if he finds them behind the back. Back to Joe. Left open. The shot is up and in! Tell your friends, 3 minutes to go. Kings down by 7. Grab and kick. Dreamers don't need to hurry. They don't want to be pressured to a mistake. Marble will rise and fire. That one's halfway down and out. No more full timeouts for the Kings, though. They got to get it the rest of the way. Hand goes in. Ball goes out. Aji will push it up ahead for the Dreamers. Randawalko thinking about it. Now going to get it back to Marble. Manigault on him. Given space. Marble will try, but short. Joe putting the moves on Kenny. Got a step with the lefty layup. Yes, sir! Under 2 minutes, substitutions begin. Doug Creighton coming in for Kenny. Maybe a better free throw shooter, maybe some veteran experience. Definitely will try to help out bringing the ball up court. Just straight will there by Joe. Enough legs to get the speed, get the hops. Ryan goes on the floor as a crash by Kenny Manigault. Just a little bit too much on that one. And that'll be free throws for Devin Marble, his 5th personal. Definitely thought Marble should have got the pass off early, and I'm sure the fans will think there's definitely a ball, but Kenny Manigault just went right through Devin Marble. I would definitely qualify as a cylinder violation, so it's up to the fans to help defend these free throws. First one is in. Devin Marble pushing up his number, 24 points. And Devin Marble proving he's a tough player himself. I think I remember him telling me playing American football was one of his favorites growing up. Ryan trying his tricky turnaround. That one's in, so it's not over yet. The margin is 5. The spread is 5 as looks like Devin Marble has to go off for a cut on his hand. Meanwhile, the Kings are looking to their bench, seeing if they want to make a change. Ling Jingbang called over. Get a word from the coaches as the Dreamers try to do as fast as a repair job as they can get. Chris McCullough will check in the meantime. Pressure on Aji, ball loose, and off of Ling Jingjing. Kings basketball on the baseline. Maybe not a live ball turnover, but they're still alive in the game. Definitely trouble when Ling Jingjing, a smaller guard, is being trapped by much bigger players. And guard-wise, none bigger than Kenny Manigault right now. on the baseline. Ricochet off of Devin Marble. Kenny Manigault chasing it down. Lots of ball game left. 2-possession game. Swallowed up by Gilbeck. They say it's going to be a jump ball. I'm sure the Kings want to say it's a out of bounds off of the Dreamers. And the crew chief will right now confirm a jump ball for now, and will also gesture to the table. They want a video replay review. It's not impossible this is called a jump ball. Recall on Tuesday, Kenny Manigault went right at Chris McCullough and Brandon Gilbeck for the Kings' last possession. Was a stop. A possible jump ball turning into an out of bounds is what they're trying to determine at the video monitor. And it really could go either way. Certainly if they call it out of bounds, you would think it's off of the Dreamers, with Brandon Gilbeck getting a couple hands on that one. They do confirm it as a jump ball. Of course, the Kings would like to save a jump ball if they could, because they're the ones in possession. So in the end, you can say it's a good stop for Brandon Gilbeck. Marble looking back for Anji. Now in space, they finally deliver it to him. He's going to go east and west against Kenny Manigault. Now around the corner, Kenny Walko crashes in. Now an offensive foul against Joseph Lin. So it's a dead ball turnover, no free throw. Not a good one. You're going to turn it over as the Dreamers. You'd almost rather hold on to it for 24 seconds. But there, great anticipation by Joe Lin. Can be considered risky, but it pays off. That does stop the clock. If Randall Walko just loses the handles, somebody's still got to fight for the ball. Now we're in also player timeout territory as well. If there is a actual jump ball possibility, Joe Lin trying to break down Doug into the painted area, slipping into Inigue. With patience, left hand in. The margin is 3. But you can't get the trap on. Devin Marble will try to get around. Stopped on the baseline by Kyle. His defense this year has been solid. Closing down the space on the top of the block. Family Business Dan Eagle logo. Marble, ball on the ground. Picked up his dribble and a whistle coming. I don't see the call, but it's going to be Kings basketball. 37 seconds left. Getting a look at the corner this time. Manigault comes in, but stays vertical, and whether it's 5 seconds or a jump ball, it's Kings basketball. Now Joe driving, flipping it up, trying to find a target. Manigault jumping the rebound to Doug. It's not over yet. 1 possession difference as Walko, 1 man to go. He misses the dunk. Look out. Ball going out of bounds. Dreamers trying to call for a foul. Kings, of course, trying to save ball. Definitely was a dicey situation for the Kings, leaving Randall Walko a takeoff lane. Gonna look, Christian Inigue chasing him down, and I don't know, it looks certainly kind of dangerous for Randall Walko's landing space to be intruded like that. But as it stands, unless Inigue touches the basketball on the block, it should be Kings basketball, awkwardly enough. But of course, if you're the Dreamers, you're thinking, at least give us the basketball, if not for the foul. Ryan Marchand listening to the 3 officials communicate with him. It looks like the crew chief asking if he would like to challenge. They can use their challenge, and if they're unsuccessful, they do keep all their timeouts as the rules have been amended. There you see some contact up high with the arms with Walko in addition to the body. So the Kings are going to issue a challenge. Now, to their credit, if Adigwe does not touch the basketball and only there's physical contact, which you can't add a foul now, the possession should go their way as Walko was the only one to touch it on that last possession. And you see from that left high camera in the stadium, it doesn't have a good look. A great chance for both teams to catch their breath. And it will be Kings basketball, so the challenge does pay off. I'm sure the Dreamers in the postgame will definitely argue that there's contact there. And I would tend to agree with them, but since it wasn't called initially, you can't add a foul here unless it rises to a specialty foul. So 1 for 1 on Coach Marchand's challenge today. He's already drawing up the next play. Personnel-wise, Kenny Chen guarding Joseph Lin. He runs into Gilbeck, staying inbounds just barely. One last possession then. Kick ball though. Second chance for the Kings as Coach Marchand immediately calling for his team to get that short timeout. They want a different look. And that's the issue of the short timeout by Yang Jing being closest to the inbounding referee. And now Coach Perlman has got to defend not a 0.5 shot by the Kings. He's got to defend a 6.1 three-pointer by the Kings. Is it Sunday or is it Tuesday? Now, this is an interesting personnel question because coaches are always in that quandary of, do we put in our big center to cover the inbound, or do we put in somebody more agile and play back to the inbounder? Now, interesting enough, because it's out of bounds, it's inbound close side to the scorer's table. Running low on time, it was a little bit of a mix-up. 2 seconds left. Joe will pop, blocked by Kenny. And that's 2 game-sealing blocked three-pointers by Kenny Chen on the season. This time it was against Joseph Lin. Last time it was against the nearly 7-foot Ihor Zaitsev. And there's the final line on the game. 108 to 105 for the Dreamers. They'll be breaking their huddles, the 2 teams, and off for at least 1 day off, but a hard-fought battle once again by these 2 clubs. Recall they played each other in the first round of last year's first-round playoffs. It was the Kings who won 3-1 to advance, and so far in the season is the Dreamers and exacting a little regular season revenge, 5 wins to 1. So, I don't know if we've seen it very often, but it's Coach Jamie Perlman donning the headset and the mic The interview conducted by Mark and Julian on the Mandarin broadcast.
I don't know, but I'm getting very old very quickly and lots of grey hairs.
Asked about the large lead that the Dreamers had.
Oh, 100%, like that was fantastic. You know, their scheme to get themselves back into the game, you know, that's full credit to them and their coaching staff. It's probably the first time I've really come up against that. Look, to be honest with you, our ability to close out games is something we need to continue to work on. It's not a strength of ours right now, obviously, from the couple of close games we lost and allowing teams back in. But again, you know, we built enough of a lead, okay, to just hang on there at the end, which is really positive for our group.
Now, asked about matching up against the Kings, especially taking 2 on the same week against the
incredibly
squad.
Important. We want to finish top of the table, you know, so beating the Kings is crucial. You know, I think especially once Jeremy comes back, they're going to be incredibly tough to beat. So, you know, we want to chalk as many wins up right now as we can, because again, once Jeremy Lin comes back, it's like that's going to be a whole different team.
So that's it for Coach Perlman in the post game. Don't worry, his voice does get hoarse like that almost after every Dreamers game here in the Plus League. I'm a little bit surprised, but I guess it's a great learning experience for Coach Perlman. You almost are certain that he's going to be working on some 1-2-1-1 trap breakers coming up. We got to throw it to timeout, our commercial break, before doing our post-game analysis, where the Dreamers are once again victorious over the Kings. give the effort and demonstrate the passion that their fans can get behind. But one question on the winner's side remains of, can the Dreamers do better with a lead, whether it's their burn clock half-court offense or playing it slow, avoiding the defensive points of emphasis by our opponents when in a trailing position. So they're number one still, the Dreamers are, but there's still plenty of room for improvement and a lot of season left before we head to the playoffs. So on behalf of our broadcast partners and our 6 teams in the Plus League Elite offices, I've been Ryan Chen, and we'll see you in the next one.